Escape Room is a thriller film. It is not a horror film. This movie is about 6 strangers who are invited by various people to go to the Minos Escape Room experience. The winner gets $10,000. So the 6 characters are introduced pretty good. There's 3 of them at the beginning, then they introduce 3 more. And as soon as they go into the waiting room of the Minos Escape Room, we find out that that's room number 1. It turns into a gigantic furnace and threatening to burn our players alive. So the players, they have to figure out the clues and escape to the next room, each room having its own threat. So the concept of this movie is pretty interesting because escape rooms are becoming more popular, and it has the same sort of framework of Saw or Cube or Exam or any other one-location horror thriller film. The problem is that when you have a single location movie, there's 2 fronts. There's the threats happening directly in front of you, and then there's the backstory leading up to how you got into the location in question. So the 6 characters, I'll go into them real quick. There's Mike. He is an older dad friend sort of the group. He just wants to get some money driving trucks. He wants to retire. Danny, he is a gamer nerd. There's Jason. He's an alpha male stockbroker or something along those lines. Then there's a couple others, and I can't remember their names, but there's a guy who works in a grocery store. He's a burnout. There's a shy girl, Zoe, who's a shy girl, and she's like a brilliant college student though, but she's really shy. And then there's a ex-army veteran as well. So the 6 of them have to go throughout these dangerous rooms, and however the rooms also have clues to their personal lives, the tragedies that have happened to them. However, the movie uses flashbacks for these. Obviously the budget was big enough to allow this. However, I felt this kind of ruined the claustrophobic feel of being trapped in one location because they kept cutting to like all these different, you know, flashbacks showing characters outside of the room. It kind of just feels a little, it was a bad artistic choice. Other than that though, the movie has really great production values. All the rooms have interesting designs. However, the first 3 are more well designed than the last 3. And as the story goes on, the movie gets more and more preposterous. It's more of a thriller than a horror. And by the time you get to the ending and they find out the reason why they're there, it just falls apart really. Every time, then as the movie goes on, after like the climax and everything, the movie just keeps going and keeps trying to like set up the way this is all set up, and it just becomes more and more unrealistic. The movie does leave off for a sequel. So this movie is it's entertaining. Like, it's not like I didn't have a bad time. I enjoyed it. In fact, all of the kill scenes are a little bit more creepy because they can't really like show too much gore. So it's kind of just like it becomes a little bit more disturbing, which I really liked. However, the sort of framework storyline just doesn't work for me. You can watch it and be entertained, but by the end you'll be like scratching your head. So Escape Room is a solid effort. I like the concept. The acting's okay. Story isn't quite there. It doesn't quite stick the landing. So I give Escape Room a 5 out of 10.